Have you ever wondered what lies behind Citigroup's blue logo? It's not just a bank. It's a tale of ambition, risk, bailouts, and an urban legend involving secret societies? Get ready, because Citibank's story is much more fascinating than you might imagine. Roots in panic. Let's go back to 1812, New York. The context: a young nation reeling from the war against Great Britain. Amidst the economic chaos and distrust of existing banks, a group of visionary merchants founded the Citibank of New York. Their goal: to finance trade and boost the local economy. Their first president, Samuel Osgood, a veteran of the American Revolution. Imagine the scene: offices lit with gas lamps, paper transactions, the promise of stability in turbulent times. But the early years were not a bed of roses. The financial panic of 1837 hit hard. Many banks sank, but Citibank resisted, forging a reputation for solidity and prudence. The Gilded Age and the rise of Stillman. As New York became the financial heart of America, Citibank grew. It changed its name to National City Bank of New York, and expanded through strategic mergers. But the key figure of this era is James Stillman, a shrewd and ruthless banker who took control in the late 19th century. Stillman was not a man of great speeches, but of concrete actions. He understood the power of capital and used it to finance the nation's industrial boom. Under his leadership, National City Bank became the largest bank in the United States, financing railroads, steel, and the expansion to the west. Global expansion and the Reed era. The 20th century brought global expansion. National City Bank opened branches around the world, from Buenos Aires to Shanghai. In the 1960s, under the direction of Walter Wriston, innovation became the watchword. They introduced negotiable certificates of deposit, CDs, an innovation that revolutionized banking. But the real transformation came with John Reed in the 1980s. Reed was a visionary who believed in the superbank, a financial giant that offered everything from credit cards to insurance. In 1998, he carried out the historic merger with Travelers Group, creating Citigroup, the giant we know today. The myth of the logo and secret societies. This is where the story gets interesting. A persistent myth circulates about the Citigroup logo. Some claim that the curved lines of the logo are not just an abstract design, but a covert representation of Masonic or secret society symbols. The theory says that the merger with Travelers Group was orchestrated by influential members of these societies, and that the logo is a way of signaling their control over the institution. Although there is no concrete evidence to support this theory, it has persisted in popular culture, fueled by the fascination with financial conspiracies. Reality? Fantasy? You decide. The bailout and the post-crisis era. The financial crisis of 2008 brought Citigroup to the brink of collapse. The bank, overloaded with toxic assets, needed a massive bailout from the U.S. government. This bailout generated public outrage and highlighted the risks of the superbank that Reed had created. Since then, Citigroup has restructured, shedding risky assets and strengthening its balance sheet. It has faced criticism for its corporate culture and its role in the crisis, but it has also demonstrated resilience and adaptability. Today, Citigroup remains one of the largest banks in the world, with a presence in more than 100 countries. The legacy of a giant. Citigroup is much more than a bank. It is a reflection of the ambition, risk, and complexity of the global financial system. Its history is intertwined with key moments in the economic history of the United States and the world. From its humble beginnings to its near collapse in 2008, Citigroup has demonstrated a remarkable capacity for survival. The urban legend of the logo and secret societies may be just a myth, but it reminds us that behind every great financial institution there are hidden stories, controversial decisions, and immense power that influences our lives. Because sometimes, behind a simple logo, there is a whole story that few know. If you enjoyed this journey through the history of Citigroup, subscribe and leave us a comment. What other brand would you like us to explore?